WHSAA MaxPreps basketball season instructions. I'm Scott McCash, and I'll be going over how to log into your account and update your schedule, roster, and all the information on MaxPreps for your basketball season. So we'll want to go to maxpreps.com, and up in the upper right hand corner you'll see the little login. If you haven't logged in already, go ahead and do that. If you haven't created an account, click on the login, and then there'll be a create account, and you'll just use your school email address to log in and create an account. Once you've done that, then this little white head and shoulders pops up in the right hand corner. So you click on view profile, and then when you do that, the admin accounts will pop up, and there's an AD account, so that would be for like the school AD, and there's also, if you sign up as a coach, there'll be a coach's account, and we just created one for the boys varsity basketball for right now, just to go through this instruction. We're going to go ahead and click on the AD account, so do that, and then you'll click on manage teams when you're in your school administration main page, and here's all your active teams. So we'll go down to basketball, boys, and we'll click on manage and varsity. If you need to manage your JV or freshman, you can select that there as well, but right now we're just going to do varsity. And then this will pull up your manage boys varsity basketball main page, and we'll just go into team access real quick, just to because right now you can notice that the basketball coach's name is incorrect, so we can update that by adding and updating permissions. So we would click on that and go to add team admin, and from there we would just type in the new coach's name, first name, last name, email, phone number is not necessary. You would want the head coach to have all access. If you want to add a staff or a communication member to the permissions, you can. That would be under the team role as well. And then you would want to click on override the head coach name displayed on MaxPreps, and then click save. And we'll notice that the name is changed to Jeff Martini now. Then you would want to click on your coach admin or log into coach admin button, and this is where the coaches will go or will be sent to when they click on the coach admin. So this will be the main page. You'll notice up top you have all your information areas up here. We'll do roster first. So from there you can add an athlete, you can edit existing athletes, or you can delete an athlete if you no longer need them. We'll just go ahead and edit an athlete since we already have some here. And on there you would want to make sure you have the jersey number. If they have different home and away jerseys, you would want to type in like 0, 10, and then their first name, last name, their grade, that's important, and their heights if you have it. Weight's not necessary, and if you want to put in positions, that's not necessary either, but you can certainly do that. And then if you wanted to add a photo, you can select a file and add a photo of each kid. Once again, not necessary, but if you want to, it's more than welcome, and you click update athlete. Same would work for if you're adding an athlete. All of these would be blank, and you would just type in all the information that's needed, and then add athlete would show up there. Now we'll want to go into schedules and results. So we would just click on the results part up top there, and here we already have most of their schedule in, probably all of their schedule. I have most of the schools already input for the year. If we needed to delete a game, like we have multiple Evanston here, probably not going to play both of those within 2 days. So you can go ahead and click the blue X to delete a game. If you need to update information on one of the games, let's say this Jackson Hole is actually home instead of neutral, you can click on this little icon here and the calendar icon, and that will give you access to the game. And I'll show you that here in a sec. When we click on schedule a game, then this particular, this will show up. So we have add a game. You would select a date and select a time here. And on your location, it would be either neutral, home, or away. Your game type is either conference, non-conference, tournament, or playoff. We'll discuss that here in a minute. So once you have selected your date and your time, and we'll just say this one is a home, and if it's a conference game, then this little drop-down box will show up and it'll have your conference teams listed. So you'd want to select one of those. If it's a non-conference game, then you would have to type in to search for a MaxPreps team. So you'd start typing in the name, and you'll notice that it'll show up all teams that have those particular letters associated with it, but we're just going to select Evanston out of Wyoming. If your varsity is playing a JV or B or C team, you can select non. It would be a home non-conference or an away non-conference or neutral non-conference. But you would type in non, and then we would select the non-varsity opponent. And then when you do that, you would type in who that non-varsity opponent would be in the game details. And then when you're done with that and all that information looks correct, you would just click Save and Exit. And then we can go to Manage Team, which is basically what we did in the admin area, but this would be for the coaches. So you click on the Manage Team, and here you can see the all access staff and communication levels, and you'd click on Add Varsity Admin or Team Admin, and on here same type of situation. You type in the first name, last name, email, and then the type of access, and like I said, up here gives you the types of access. And then your team role, you either have a head coach, assistant coach, athletic director, school administrator, statistician, or a parent. And then you just click Save. So when it comes time to enter scores, you would click on the results, and then this page would pop up, the schedule page, and you would click on the Add Edit green button here. And then this page will come up, and you can either type in just the final scores or the scores by quarter, and that'll total up the final score for you. If it goes into overtime, if there's more than 3 overtimes, I'm assuming you just add all the rest of the overtimes together and put it in that overtime 3. After you type in all the scores for the quarters, not necessary, you only need the finals, but if you want to, that would be great. You can either do save and import stats. If you're doing stats, MaxPreps has lots of stat partners out there, and you can find that information by going to maxpreps.com and scrolling clear to the bottom, go to support, and then just type in stat import, and there's lots of articles on how to import from different vendors. Or you can just hit save and exit if you're not doing stats, or if you want to enter your stats manually, you would do save and enter stats, and then a list of all the kids would pop up, and we would want to enter the stats for each kid. And so that is it, and if you have any more questions or need any more help with that, please feel free to contact me, Scott McCash, at area code 307-577-0614 or at smccash@whsaa.org. And thank you, and have a great basketball season.